Hello people, it's your boy Karen Cyrus. Today we're going to do a video presentation on DHCP. So what we're going to do is, I have two virtual machines set up, server and a normal client machine. So basically what we're going to do is, we're going to set up DHCP on the server to deal with the listen of IP addresses. So what DHCP is, it's the dynamic host confirmation protocol, and basically it's a client server protocol where this is a server, this is a client. The client requests services from a server, the server provides the service. So basically what's going to happen is that normally we would put a static IP address on these machines, right? Now these in this type of scheme, sometimes we will have to mix it with regards to static and dynamic addressing. So let's say, like for instance, devices which may not change, right? Then, like for instance, a printer. You won't want to have your printer on a dynamic address, because if you already have it set up in the network, today if you get it to connect, the address rate might change. So if you try to send something to print tomorrow, because the address changed, you probably have to install it over the network over and over again. So in that case, you will put a static address. But let's say, for instance, you have wireless internet, right? And people will be connecting to ADMINIST right here. Yeah, people are going to be connecting to get wireless internet. Now every time they connect, the protocol which is DHCP, which is in charge of listen, that is the protocol which is in charge of listening the IP addresses. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna set that up, right? Now on the client machine here we could see we already have a static address in on the server itself. So let's set up the DHCP on the server before we do this. So here we come into the server manager, we go into roles, we're gonna add the role. We go to the application wizard, next we select DHCP and we hit next. We go to the application wizard. Here we have the address of the server, the parent domain. If you want, we could validate this, but it's already you go to next. Now from this part here, now we need to give the addressing scheme a scope. So let's give it a name first. So I could say, since the we can name access access IP addresses. So the starting IP address, what is the starting address that we would like to hand out from the pool of addresses, right? So we go in with 10.0.0.100, right? And the ending IP address will be 10.0.0.200. So only 100 IP addresses will be handed out dynamically between the range of 100 to 200. Now the subnet mask for this is 255.255.255.0. So from 10.0.0.2 onwards, well, 2 is the server, so 10.0.0.3 to 10.0.0.99, these, I could use these for static addresses. So for instance, devices which we don't want changing, for instance printers and these stuff, servers, certain things, they will get static addresses. Now anyone who want to connect to the Wi-Fi or normal client machine, these are the people who will be getting these addresses here. So we're gonna put the gateway. It's not optional, but it's optional, but we don't have a thing, so we'll still put it in just to represent it. 10.0.0.1. We're gonna hit OK. We're gonna hit, so the scope is set up. We're gonna hit next. We're gonna disable DHCP for version 6. Use the current credentials, and we're gonna install the server. It's basically a very straightforward installation. It just demands minimal understanding of IP addressing with regards to how you hand out your addresses and stuff like that with regards to subnet and these stuff, but it's a very simple protocol. It's a very simple protocol. Okay, now that the DHCP server has been installed, we're gonna close off this. We're coming over to our client machine and we're gonna hit obtain an IP address automatically. So just before I do that, let me just do cmd IP config just to show you all where the change would happen. So here we have the address 10.0.0.5, right? So we're gonna obtain an address automatically. Okay, close. Alright, I'm gonna disable the adapter. I'm gonna disable the adapter and I'm gonna re-enable it. Okay, so now that I re-enable it, now when I hit IP config, you see the first address I got was 10.0.0.100. So basically this is DHCP in a nutshell. So thank you for viewing, and later, take care of yourself.